Now it's time for Talking with Joe. Joe Rose is live from the WQAM studios this morning. Joe, of course, the talk today all about college football because the national championship game is set. We're going to talk about the second half of who's going to be playing in that in just a minute. First, let's start off, though, with this Georgia-Oklahoma double overtime instant classic there at the Rose Bowl. Joe, because it was such a long game, I only watched the beginning of it. What'd you think of this matchup? What a show.
Oh, it was fun to watch. It was one of those games you couldn't turn away. 102 points in the game. You talk about Georgia coming back in the second half with that great running game, and then going to overtime to see who was going to win it under all that pressure and a couple of overtimes. It was just fantastic. More than 1,000 yards, over 100 points, a lot of star power. A lot of guys going to be playing in the NFL next year. It was great. I really enjoyed it. Didn't care who won. A good way to finish it. It was fantastic.
All right, so you say you didn't care who won that game. I'm guessing you had a preference in the next game because I know how you feel about Alabama and their head coach. So what do you think, Alabama heading back to the national championship game after beating Clemson, which beat UM? So, of course, I'm sure a little bit of extra interest in that game there. Joe, not really surprising. I was a little bit surprised to see that Clemson couldn't pull this off, though.
I'm with you. Not really surprised because Alabama, when they're healthy, that defense, I got to give it to Nick Saban. He's just a great coach, one of the most dominant coaches we've ever had in college football. The things that he's doing, you know, he recruits like everybody else, but he coaches those guys up, and that defense absolutely dominated Clemson, who, by the way, got a pretty darn good defense of their own. But what Alabama did to Clemson last night was just unbelievable. A defensive score, got some takeaways, just fantastic to watch. You just felt like Clemson never had a chance. And even late in the game, you got to love Nick Saban. He's up 24-6 with 5 or 6 minutes left, and he's ripping his coordinators. I mean, on TV, ripping them. It's just unbelievable. Like, Joe, Coach, it's okay.
This moment goes down in history. January 2nd, 5:53 in the morning. You said you got to love Nick Saban. You said it. You did. You admitted it, Joe.
He's a heck of a coach.
He really
he's a great coach.
Getting the job done.
He really is, yep.
All right, so should be an
entertaining.
That
hurts to say. That guy's good.
Championship game. Joe, we're going to talk about in the next hour another team that says they should be in the national championship, a Florida team, no less. So we're going to talk to you in the next hour.
Great story. Great story. That's a good teaser and a great story in the state of Florida. I will let you go on that one.
Bye, Joe. Talk to you soon.